In today's video, I'm going to take you through the anatomy of a sales page. Now, if you're a copywriter just starting out, sales pages are a great service to offer your clients. They're typically long form, so they can get up to anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000 words. So you can charge a few $100s for these. And once you know the building blocks of a sales page, they don't actually take too long to write. So in this video, I am going to take you through each block and what needs to go into each piece of the sales page so that you can maximize conversions for your clients. So I would suggest getting out, some pen and paper and taking a few notes throughout this video. I'm going to take you over to my computer screen now and let's go through how to create a sales page. All right, guys, so let's get straight into this video. I'm going to take you through the anatomy of a sales page. So let's get started. Now, before you type a single word into your Google Doc, you want to make sure that you've gathered as much information on the target market as possible. So the first thing you want to do is you want to ask your client for details on their ICA, their ideal customer avatar. What I do is I send out a questionnaire that asks the clients, all about their target markets. It asks them about the product that they're selling. I ask for testimonials. I want to gather as much collateral as possible before I do anything, before I start drafting their sales page at all. Now, if you do want a copy of the client questionnaire that I send out, just drop a comment on the video or send me a message through my website and I would be happy to send that to you. Now, so once you've sent out your questionnaire, so you've got some information. Now, not every client is going to be super detailed with what they give you. Sometimes they don't actually know who their ICA is, so you do need to do a bit of digging sometimes. The next thing you want to do is you want to check out your client's competitors. So look for similar sorts of products and offers and see how they are, what sort of messaging they're using in their sales pages. Now, we're not talking about copying here. That is a definite no-no. But, it can be useful to check out a bunch of different sales pages and just see, how they're communicating the offer essentially, and perhaps where you can actually make your sales page better or more compelling. So once you've had a look at the competitors, you want to get really clear on what the result or the transformation is. So if the customer purchases your client's product, what tangible results are they going to get? Now, this can be difficult if you're working with certain types of clients that, deliver less tangible results. Like, for instance, say if you're working with, maybe a life coach and, they have a tendency... These types of clients have a tendency to use, some somewhat vague language in terms of results. You want to get crystal clear on what the result is. So say, for instance, you're working with a fitness coach who is selling, 30-day weight loss program. Easy, right? So the results are, you're going to lose X amount of weight in X amount of days. So that's the sort of clarity you want going into writing this sales page. If you're not clear on what the result is or what the transformation is, you're not going to be able to write a good sales page. So this is critical. And if you're not getting a very clear answer from your clients, you need to keep pushing them. You need to ask them if you can use the product so you can figure out what that is. Even consider letting the client go if it's not clear what the result is or what they're actually selling. You're going to save yourself a lot of drama. Okay, so you've questioned your client, you've got some information on their ICA, you've checked out the competitors, you know exactly what the result is. The other thing you want to do, if at all possible, is actually try out the product for yourself. Or, if it's a course or something, just check out the videos, check out, what sort of downloads people get. You don't have to do the whole course. I just sort of skim through and just see. Some clients won't want to give you access to the product, which I think is a bit funny when they don't want to do that because, well, how am I supposed to write the sales page for this product if you won't let me try the product out? But yeah, so some clients can get a little funny. Some clients also hire you to do the sales page before they've finished the product. So that can make it tricky as well. But if you do have the opportunity to try the products for yourself, definitely take your client up on that because that is going to give you more of an idea of how you can communicate the value of what it is you're selling. All right, so moving on, we've gathered all our collateral, we've done our research, we know exactly who we're talking to, we know what the big result is. So now it is time to work on the introduction. Now, the introduction, you've got your initial headline and you've got your hook and your first paragraph. Now, in your headline, you want to have an understanding of where the customer is at in their product awareness journey. So again, you're going to have to find out this information from your client. Now, some clients are going to do a lot of warm up with their audience and they're going to be, getting people excited, and the sales page is just the final step in the journey. So these types of customers are very product aware, which means that you can state what the product is in the headline. Now, if your client is aiming to make sort of an evergreen product that sort of just sits on their website, chances are that people coming to their website are not going to be product aware, but perhaps they're problem aware, which means that they have an understanding of what their issue is and they're actively looking for solutions to fix their problem. So say, we'll stick with the fitness coach. Say they know that they're, maybe a little overweight and they want to, get in shape. So they're actively looking for solutions to help them, meet their goals. So that's problem aware. So if they're problem aware, you can speak directly to that problem or pain point in the headline. Now, the other headline that you might have is if they're not problem aware. Now, this is something that comes, with these sort of vague products and services that we sometimes get tasked with selling, which is a bit of a challenge. Let me give you an example. So let's say you have a client in the health space who... I've seen these types of products before, like someone who's teaching people how to, say, prevent a heart attack. But a person, most people aren't looking for solutions to prevent a problem that hasn't happened yet, So they're not problem aware and they're not product aware. They're not aware that there's any issue, but perhaps if they were to read the sales page, they'd be like, oh yeah, I should probably take this seriously because I don't want to have a heart attack, These are the most difficult headlines to write because, they're not aware that there's any issue. They're not looking for a solution. So those are the sort of, you need to know where your reader is at in their product awareness. Do they already know that they have a problem and they're actively looking for solutions? Do they already know that they have a problem and they've been warmed up and now they're ready to buy, essentially? So they're product aware. Or are they nowhere near that? They're just, cruising around the internet and they're not sure, this might capture their attention, it might not. So you need to have an understanding of that before you write your headline. Now, your hook in your first paragraph. I like to hook people in with a story that speaks directly to their pain points. So if it's possible, so say your client has had this same problem themselves and they've developed this product to overcome a specific challenge, you can use their story to hook the reader in, and that's a great way to start your sales page. If it's not the case, then I still like to use story wherever possible. So it could be the story of a client they helped, or it could be, you could use a famous person's story perhaps. That's common knowledge. But yeah, you want to pay really good attention to your hook and make sure you're drawing people in so that they want to keep reading. So the job of your hook is to get people to read the next sentence and the next sentence and the next sentence. So yeah, take some time to craft a compelling hook. Now, subheadings, so these are for people that are just going to scan through your page. Not everyone's going to read it word for word because, we even know if we're interested or we're not. So subheadings are a great way to, again, they're just more opportunities to capture that attention and get people to keep reading. So again, your subheadings, you want to make those as compelling as possible, speak to the pain points and the desires of your target market. All right, moving on. Now, once you've captured their attention, you've stoked their desire a bit with a compelling story, you then want to paint the picture of how it would feel for this person if they got the result that they were looking for. This is a great place to use bullet points. And yeah, I like to start it with something along the lines of how would it feel if you got X, Y, and Z results, you got the confidence to ask for a raise, or, you lost that final 5 kilos and, got a revenge body, or whatever it is that you're selling. You want to paint the picture of like, yes, I want this transformation. I need to fix this issue that I'm having. Bullet points are also great for scanners as well. You don't want to have a whole, essay of just big long paragraphs. You want to break everything up, make it really readable and scannable. Okay, so once you've gone through that, the next thing you want to do on your sales page is you want to address common objections. Now, so ask yourself, what sort of objections might the customer have for purchasing this product? Why would they not want to buy? Common objections are, well, it's too expensive. I've tried other things like this in the past and it didn't work. I'm not sure that this particular product is right for me. It's going to vary product to product. Again, this is something you should probably think about before you start writing, is what are the objections and how are you going to overcome those objections? So, put your sort of lawyer hat on, your debate team, that sort of thing. How would you overcome? Put yourself in the mind of the buyer. What are they thinking and how are you going to overcome that? And how are you going to put their minds at ease and help them make that buying decision? So once you've overcome the objections, you then want to go into details of the product. So this is where you might say introducing XYZ product that you've been looking for. And you want to go through, so if it's a course, so maybe there's like 4 or 5 modules in the course, you want to break it up. Module 1, you're going to learn X, Y, and Z. Module 2, you're going to learn this, this, and this, etc., etc., etc. If it's like, say, a book, maybe you could be like chapter 1, what's in that? Chapter 2, you want to try and build the value and make it as juicy as possible. You want to write bullet points that are going to spark curiosity and be like, oh my God, you want the customer to be like, yes, 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 I need to buy this product. I really want what's included. So yeah, this is going to vary depending on what it is you're selling. But yeah, you want to build the value as much as possible. You want to use powerful selling words. you want to include absolutely everything. Don't leave anything out in this section that could be, adding value. Once you've done that, we want to add some risk reversal elements into our sales page. So what risk reversal means is that you're making this a safe transaction for the potential customer. So ways you can do this is you can offer a money back guarantee or a satisfaction guarantee. Again, this is going to depend on your client. So some clients do not want to give refunds, and that's totally fine. But if you can offer some sort of money back guarantee, definitely put it in, because then, it's telling the buyer, okay, if I buy this and I totally hate it or it's not right for me, I've got 7 days to request a refund. So, clients sometimes don't want to offer this because they're worried that they're going to get a whole bunch of refund requests. I mean, you're always going to get one or two, even if you don't have a guarantee. So I think it's better to add it in regardless, because it is going to help for some buyers to make that purchase, and they may not make it if there is no refund guarantee. The second risk reversal element is social proof. Now, if your client has testimonials, use every testimonial that you can, even if it's not a testimonial specifically for this particular product, but say it's like a testimonial for the person teaching the course, or your client specifically, put it in anyway, because it shows. Social proof is the most powerful form of marketing. Like, if you want to make any sales page more effective and convert, have higher conversion rates, just add in more social proof, because it really helps to show potential customers other people have bought this and they've got the results that I'm looking for. So if I buy it, I'll probably get those results too. Now, if your client doesn't have any testimonials because it's a brand new product and they don't have an audience yet, you can lean on expert opinions and say quotes from other people to help build that social proof in. So like, say for instance, let me think of an example. Say you're doing like some sort of life coaching product and your client doesn't have any testimonials yet. You might want to use, say, a quote from Tony Robbins or Mel Robbins, or like someone in that space who has that clout, and lean on them to give more social proof to your client. Some other things, like say scientific studies, or say it's like a health product and there's no testimonials yet, but there have been studies done that prove that this type of product works. Definitely put those into your sales page, because it's going to help you to show potential buyers that this product is legit. But testimonials are obviously always better from real people. Do not ever write fake testimonials. I've had clients ask me to write fake testimonials and I've just said no, because it's so unethical. Definitely don't use fake testimonials, but if you do have testimonials, definitely put them in. The other thing you can do is add a who is it for, who is it not for section. So this helps people to self-opt out if they read it and they realize, oh yeah, this product is not for me, it's not going to work for me. So that's another section you can add to help people sort of reverse the risk in their minds and feel more safe to make a purchase. Moving on, now your call to actions. These should be big buttons. See, like this buy now button here, you want big, you want it to be clear. You want to have multiple opportunities for people to buy. You don't want to put it all the way down at the end of your sales page. You want to have 4 or 5 call to actions sprinkled throughout your sales page. I've had clients try and be clever with these, and I always advise them, no, you want to use very simple language. You want to make it crystal clear what they need to do by now. You know, it's not creative, but it is clear. So clear always beats clever when it comes to calls to actions or any sort of copywriting for that matter. So yeah, make your call to action simple, make it big, make it bold, and use it multiple times in your sales page. Now, another section you want to include is the expert bio. So you want to talk up your clients, why people should trust your clients. You want to talk about any awards, accolades, clout, results, proof that they know what they're doing. This doesn't need to be a huge section in the sales page. It can be, 1 or 2 paragraphs. A nice photo of your client. Of course, you're probably not doing the design, so you don't need to worry about that. But yeah, definitely include an expert buyer. Who are they buying from? Why should they trust them? It really does help to build that trust as well. So people don't want to buy from anonymous people unless it's like, an e-commerce product, and then you're probably just doing a product description anyway. So you're not doing a big sales page. All right, moving on. Bonus points. So these sections are not necessarily essential, but they do help to make your sales page convert a bit better. So the first is an FAQ section. Again, this is a great place to sort of address those objections and overcome the objections. So definitely put in some FAQs, anything that your client wants to cover, anything, that just put yourself in the customer's shoes. What questions might they have? Let's just answer them straight away. The next thing is a PS section. So again, this is just for those scanners who aren't going to read the full sales page. So beneath your final call to action, you want to put a PS and, just sum up the whole offer again. Even though you've already written it all down, do it again for those scanners who aren't going to read the full thing. What's included, how much it is, money back guarantee, join, thousands of people who have got XYZ result. Again, more testimonials. The more testimonials you have, the better. Put them all in. Like, you might think it's overkill, but it's not. The more testimonials you have, the higher the page is going to convert. It's a fact. Okay, so now we've gone through the anatomy of the sales page. You've written your first draft. It's time to edit. I definitely would recommend waiting a few days before you start editing. Just let it, just come back to it with fresh eyes, because it's just helps. If you've edited anything, you probably know that already. But yeah, leave it a couple of days if you can. Come back to it with fresh eyes. Sorry, got a tickle in my throat. I recommend doing a few rounds of editing. So the first edit, just do a spelling and grammar check. I recommend, proofreading with your own eyes. Don't rely on spell check, because the word might be spelt correctly, but it might be the incorrect word. So definitely check it over with your own eyes. Check out reads for flow. So read it out loud and just see if it flows together. And then if anything feels clunky, you can edit it there. And then check that, all the elements are in place. So I'm going to actually do a checklist for a sales page. Again, I probably won't have this in the description of the video, but reach out to me through my website. Again, with the client questionnaire, I'll send you the client questionnaire and I'll send you an editing checklist as well. So let me know if you're keen for those, or drop a comment on the video and I will send it through to you. So yeah, just go through, make sure all the elements are there that we've just discussed. And that is about it. So that wraps up this video. So that is how you create a sales page for your clients. The most important part is to gather as much information on the product and the target market before you start writing, because it's just going to make the writing process so much easier and faster and more efficient. Sales pages are a great way to generate income for your clients or yourself, to be honest. So it's definitely a valuable skill that's worth learning. If you have any questions on sales pages or copywriting, please feel free to leave a comment or reach out to me through my website. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.